Bananas are widely grown in Uganda as a staple food and to generate income for farmers. In western Uganda, 300 kilometers from Kampala, near the Uganda-Tanzania border, a retired bank executive is cashing in on commercial banana farming, or commonly known as matoke. Africa 54's Paul Ndiho recently visited his banana plantation and has our report.
Ugandans have been eating bananas or matoke for many years. In fact, more than 10 million people eat bananas as their main food source in Uganda, and many more feed on it across the region. In the Isingiro district of western Uganda, a retired central bank executive, Johnson MUBANGIZI, owner of several acres of banana plantations, is making a lot of money by growing bananas for commercial export. MUBANGIZI harvests about 70 to 100 bunches of bananas for sale per month, and that brings in about $3,000 a month. Well, for a retired bank executive, $3,000 might not be a lot of money, but for ordinary people, it most certainly is a lot of money. And very few professionals make that much money a month.
Farming is a very fantastic thing. In the first instance, you are assured of food, which is a basic survival right. So you are sure that your people will have food. You will have food, your people will have food. Secondly, farming beyond mere subsistence farming is you produce more food for export, for export outside your own area. So we get people coming to buy this, taking it to Kampala, taking it to Zimbarara. Of recent, my product was going direct to Juba.
MUBANGIZI's fascination with banana farming started when he was a young man, and he credits his parents for giving him those skills. It's common practice in this part of the country for people to have vested interests in farming, because agriculture is still the backbone of the economy. For MUBANGIZI, this tradition has been passed on from generation to generation.
It was for my grandfather who lived here in the 30s. So he had this plantation in 1930, during the Second World War. Then he died in 1947, and he left it with my father. And my father died in 1987, he left it with me.
After retiring, MUBANGIZI revamped and renovated all his plantations, assuring himself of excellent income every month. However, scientists and banana farmers alike are worried about a new type of bacteria called banana wilt. It infects the plant and contaminates the soil, resulting in huge losses, and it's threatening to wipe out all the plantations in the region.
We've been attacked by banana bacteria wilt, and actually each family has had a little share of it. But what we have done as a measure is, the most important is to uproot. Whichever you find sick, you uproot the whole thing.
Ugandan government scientists at Kawanda Research Station in Kampala are inching closer to finding improved varieties of genetically modified bananas that are resistant to the bacteria.
We put provitamin A in banana. It's done in a public research institute. Once we have these bananas produced, they are basically for free. You give these bananas to farmers, they grow them over and over again, continuously eating these bananas and reducing the risk of vitamin A deficiencies.
Africa's agriculture sector is set to become a $1 trillion industry by 2030. If governments and the private sector radically rethink their policies and support for farmers, according to the World Bank. Governments must now adopt new policies to enable and expand agriculture across the continent and take advantage of the increase in global demand for food, as well as fetch higher prices for their produce. Paul Ndiho, VOA News, Isingiro, Uganda.